Welcome to Around the Peninsula. I'm Army Sergeant Matt Cromer. Getting the ball to the end zone requires more than just running in a straight line. Senior Airman Carly Thompson introduces us to Airman Jonathan Pfizer, a football player that understands the importance of showing up prepared.
We're all motivated by something.
Ever since I was a kid, my favorite part about the game was probably seeing someone score.
Airman Jonathan Pfizer has played football for as long as he can remember, but not because it's easy.
I picked running back because it's probably one of the most physical and mentally challenging positions out there. I like that responsibility.
He trains nearly every day to improve his skills and hopes to one day play on a college team. But this isn't the only training he's focused on. He's also responsible for preparing the Wolfpack for any situation as a member of the Logistics and Readiness Squadron.
We take a lot of pride in being able to dish out that equipment because we know that you can't really fight a chemical fight without it.
Whether it's issuing life-saving gear or scoring the winning touchdown, Airman Pfizer says training is the important part.
If you want to put out the best product, you have to spend time and develop that craft. And when you put hard work into something, you want to see that hard work pay off.
Senior Airman Carly Thompson, Kunsan Air Base, Korea.
Airman Pfizer hopes to one day play football for Arizona State. Taking time away from work, trying new things, and meeting new people. Boss rolls all these together and more in a fun package. Army Sergeant Kevin Spence was there to help kick things off.
Better opportunities for single soldiers held their annual Boss Beach Blast. The fun getaway seemed to be just what the boss ordered.
It's a good getaway. It's a good time to have fun and participate in activities with your peers and other people from different areas. They have a little something for everybody.
Service members cranked up the summer heat with competitions like the T-shirt freeze, sumo takedown, and a cracker whistle. I'm going to have to clean my camera lens after this one.
Dry, nasty. I never want to eat saltine crackers ever again.
Service members enjoyed a jam-packed schedule and in some cases would have to make a tough choice between more than one event.
There was a lot of stuff that was going on. Once at nighttime, once the sun went down, everything else kicked off. DJs were going on, bonfire was going off. I mean, it was incredible. Light shows, fireworks. I mean, it was just the works. It's what you expect when you come out here.
The bonfire last night was really nice and big and warm. It was nice. The paint party was awesome. The paint was crazy. I had an ear full of paint. After the paint party, I was like cleaning out my ear with Q-tips and there was like a big like purple cotton swab.
DJs pumped up the beach blast to the next level through catchy music that put a rhythm from the ear to the feet.
My energy level, it was what we call turned to the max. I gave them my best. They took it, they received it well. Hey, I don't have no regrets about it. Anything that I did, the show was just awesome.
Army Sergeant Kevin Spence, Yampo Beach, Korea.
All right. If you missed out on Boss Beach Blast, relive it on Instagram with hashtag BossBeachBlast2015. Saying goodbye never gets easier throughout life. Here on the Korean Peninsula, the 2nd Infantry Division says farewell to a few of their closest companions. Senior Airman Devin Nostein shares a friendship that will not be forgotten.
All great things must come to an end. The 2nd Infantry Division says farewell to a unit that's been permanently stationed on the Korean Peninsula for 50 years.
At this time, the 1st Brigade Combat Team will case their colors. The Iron Brigade battalions will remain deactivated until further notice.
Rotational combat teams will be sent to Camp Hovey on 9-month deployments in order to maintain the readiness and defense capabilities of the joint forces.
We will inactivate the Iron Brigade, the 1st Brigade of the 2nd Infantry Division, and they will be replaced by a rotational brigade from the United States. This brigade is a fully modernized BCT 2020 structure organization. So while I'm very sad that the 1st Brigade is being inactivated, I am very happy that they are being replaced by a very tactically and technically competent and battle-ready force, the Blackjack Brigade, 2nd Brigade, 1st Cavalry Division.
The rotational teams bring more combat power, providing a well-trained brigade to fill the shoes of the 1st ABCT. Senior Airman Devin Nostein, Camp Casey, Korea.
Lay down their weapons and shield.
During the past 50 years, the 1st Armored Brigade Combat Team was awarded the Republic of Korea Presidential Unit Citation on 3 separate occasions. Recognition for the past deeds doesn't have an expiration date. Army Sergeant Jared Dawn heads to Camp Red Cloud to witness a rare occasion.
For most of us today, it seems like We were here a long time ago, but then again, it seems like only yesterday.
Veterans who served in Korea pour out of the audience during 2ID's 50th anniversary ceremony to be recognized for their service on the peninsula decades ago. They were awarded the Korean Defense Service Medal not only for their time spent on the peninsula, but also to honor them for their service and sacrifice.
It was great. You know, it's an honor, because when you serve someplace like this, it's always great to be recognized. And that's the thing I always tell my people too, recognize your people.
Those currently serving made their way down the line, thanking each veteran for their service. Army Sergeant Jared Don, Camp Red Cloud, Korea.
The Korea Defense Service Medal is awarded to military members that served in Korea from 1954 until today. Military units across the world train for similar threats and hazards, but have very different ways of doing so. Sergeant Mark Breha tells us how U.S. and ROK Marine units that train together better understand each other's techniques.
Just the mention of a chemical, radioactive, biological, or nuclear attack can strike fear into many. That threat is what Marines from Okinawa's 3rd Marine Logistics Group and Republic of Korea Marines came to train on. The bilateral training kicked off in July, but culminated with a rain-drenched 48-hour exercise near Camp Mujik. Neither the U.S. or ROK Marines knew what to expect.
Honestly, I don't know. I'm guessing we're going to respond to some contamination, and just like we train, we find out what it is, and then we react.
The Marines embedded in each other's teams to see how they conducted their tasks.
Every time you get to work with a foreign force, it's just, really good to build the knowledge of what's out there.
Through the exercise, I believe the ROK and the U.S. Marines can build a stronger relationship. Also, I feel really great to meet and train with U.S. Marines battle buddies.
During the exercise, the Marines were tasked with conducting reconnaissance of a foreign chemical, neutralizing it, as well as using the U.S. and Korean versions of decontamination. But as the daylight came to an end, the exercise got into full swing. The Marines geared up with their suits, gloves, and masks and headed into the darkness to assess the threat.
So far we learned that language barrier, no matter where you go, it's going to exist, it's going to mess things up. But it's something that we can overcome and get through, can still accomplish things, get the mission done.
Throughout the exercise, the Marines formed a cohesive unit, sometimes simply by sharing a meal together. Reporting from Camp Mujik, Korea, I'm Army Sergeant Mark Breha.
Over 100 Marines from both the U.S. and ROK took part in the training integrating each other's forces throughout the entirety of the exercise. It's easy to hold on to your past, but it takes a whole town to hold on to a country's legacy. Senior Airman Nick Dostis shows us where to find a village that's maintaining over 800 years of Korean tradition.
In one of the fastest growing and modernizing countries in the world, it's easy for tradition to give way to innovation. Unless you're Jeonju's Hanok Village, where nearly 800-year-old traditions started in the Chosun dynasty are not only kept alive, but celebrated. There's even appropriate clothes for rent. With over 800 Hanok-style houses, Jeonju may not be the only place in Korea celebrating the Chosun dynasty, but it's definitely the biggest. The term Hanok even refers to the style of the houses, which are not the only authentic feature you'll find on the streets. Along your journey, you can learn about the ancient art of making soju and rice wine, walk in the halls of an ancient castle, and even sit down for a taste of traditional Korea. Jeonju Hanok Village is famous for its bibimbap, and it should be, because this is the province where many believe the dish originated. So we had to stop by and try a little. Although it's surrounded by Jeonju, don't let the tranquility and slow pace of Hanok Village fool you. You'll need more than a day to see everything. But even if you don't, it's still the perfect place to take a break and step back to a simpler time. From Jeonju, South Korea, Senior Airman Nick Dostis.
Jeonju Hanok Village also contains numerous museums, craft houses, and even a school for traditional customs. That was your Around the Peninsula for Thursday, July 16th. To see these stories and others, go to the AFN Pacific website or view them through the AFN Pacific app. From all of us at AFN, enjoy your evening.